Hey folks, welcome back to our Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're taking a look at Reggae Revolution. Reggae Revolution is brought to you by Rainbow Starlight. It's for 1 to 6 players, ages 14 and up, and games are in the range of 45 minutes. In the year 2266, the world is controlled by a police state. Peace, love, unity, and respect have all been made illegal. Finding the relics of reggae in the ruins of the old world, a circle of youths rediscover the power of music. They plan to coordinate an enormous underground dance party to return the message of nonviolent resistance back to the people. Players will work cooperatively to gain resources for the dance party. Once during their turn, players may put a card from their hand into the scored area. Once there are cards with each symbol, peace, love, unity, and respect, for each card color, red, green, yellow, and black, in the scored area, the players win the game. But if the villains suppress all the symbols, peace, love, unity, and respect, the players will lose the game. Let's take a quick look at setup. So each player is going to start with a hand of 12 cards. These cards are made up of respect, love, peace, and unity. They all have different colors and symbols, which we'll get into what those mean. Now, you're going to receive 3 of each type, giving you 12 cards to start with. You'll shuffle those up and deal 6 cards to yourself as your starting hand. Now, there's some other decks here we need to take a look at. There's the main deck where you'll be purchasing cards from. You'll set those up and you'll deal out 6 to begin the game. You also have the villain deck. This villain deck has 2 different types of cards. You have scheme cards and villain cards. And we'll take a look at what those do in a minute. Now you have oppression cards, and just like any deck builder, if you've played any, these oppression cards are going to be forced into your hand and dirty up your deck so you have less cards to work with. So if you can get rid of those throughout the game, it's very crucial to do so. Then next to the oppression cards, we have an area that's open. This is for scoring. As we said in the intro, you're going to be looking for all the different symbols and all the different colors of each in order to win the game. And then you're really basically ready to start the game. There is also a really nice handy reference card that leads the players through the game. I really like when games do that. So on every player's turn, there are 3 main phases. First you have the villain phase, then you have the main phase where you'll be playing cards, and then the obtain phase where you're discarding and drawing back up to your hand. First, let's take a villain. First thing you're doing is flipping the top of the villain card. Now there are 2 different types of villain cards. You have the scheme card and you have the straight up villain card. With the scheme cards, it's very straightforward. You're going to do what it says and then basically trash it to the destroyed pile. So in this case, division is going to force you to choose another player. That player gains 3 oppression cards. Now remember, these oppression cards are just going to dirty up your hand and slow down your progress, which is quite bad actually in this game. And then of course the straight up villain card. First thing you're looking at on villain cards is the symbol under suppress. Any cards in your hand are going to be immediately discarded. And again, you'll have less resources to work with. And then there'll be some sort of action that the villain performs. In this case, this villain is going to reveal the top card of the main deck, in which we'll do that. This top card has 2 symbols on it. So you gain oppression cards equal to the number of symbols on that card. So villains are really bad, right? So you're going to have to deal with them on your main part of the phase. But the thing here is that they will stay in play until you get rid of them. And if you get all the symbols from villains that are in play, then the villains are going to win the game. So it's going to be an active thing you're doing every turn pretty much, trying to get rid of as many villains as possible. And then we move to the main phase, which is really where you'll be playing all your cards and so forth. But there are several steps here. You're going to play, you're going to pay, you'll sway, and then yay. Yay is all about scoring, trying to win the game. All right, so playing cards, it's just like you would expect. You're gonna be playing them into the pool in front of you, and you'll be activating cards if you have any cards that you've purchased that have abilities on them beyond the standard or starting cards. You'll be activating them, actively activating them, doing what they say. And a lot of times they're going to be helping you, like remove oppression cards, helping your fellow players at the table. They might be affecting villains and so forth. So you'll be doing that first, and then you'll be using those symbols of the cards that you played in order to buy cards in the marketplace. And again, the way you purchase is just based on symbols. If you can match the symbols, you can buy those cards. And when you do, again, all these things are going to move to your discard pile for later use. And then you're going to try and sway. So you're looking for cards that match the color of the persuade symbol on the villain's card. And if you can do that, then both the card that you're played and the villain will then move to the destroyed pile, or the destroyed discarded pile. Now, just because they're in the destroyed pile, that doesn't mean they can't come back. There are things that will happen. But really, you're trying to actively do this as much as possible. So using cards to destroy these, as well as acquiring cards, is really important, because you can start to run thin throughout the game unless you're actively doing both. So keep that in mind. And then finally, you do move to the yay phase, which is all about scoring. You're trying to place cards into the score area that have the symbols peace, love, unity, and respect. Now you have to create these card sets. You need them in each color as well. In order to win the game, you need the black, the red, the green, and the yellow or gold in order to win. Now on your turn though, you can ever only place one card into the score area. And you are playing cooperatively, so working together here and talking about what you're going to play can definitely help you out. And again, the last thing you'll do, the last phase of your turn, is obtain. This is where you're getting rid of all the cards in your pool, discarding everything, and then drawing your hand back up to 6 cards. And that's really the basics of play. And you'll go round after round until either the villains have suppressed you fully, removing everyone from the game basically, or you've created your sets with all the different symbols in order to win. And again, you all win together or you all lose together. All right, folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview. Everything you've seen here is actually done and published. This game, yes, is ready, and you can go to their website and pre-order now. Now, if you like deck builders and you like cooperative play, this game definitely offers that, and with a really unique theme. So, but ultimately, folks, if this looks like something of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it for me, and until next time, we'll see you at the table.